What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, Hit the keys. Here today to do a quick review and demonstration over Sparkle 2 by Ujam. Sparkle 2 is a virtual guitarist, which basically plays different grooves and melodies for you, and you can also play it as a single instrument, and it has a bunch of different effects on deck. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. But with no further delay, let's get right into the video. Hit the key. All right, guys, so when you open Sparkle 2 up, it is going to look like this. It does look very similar to the rest of Ujam's products, which is a good thing for me. It is very user friendly. So as we look here at some of the controls, we get control over the bridge, the neck, we get different character controls, we get different amping selections. So we get direct, clean, cream, crunch, crisp, and crush. We have overdrive control right here. Down here at the bottom, we have a tune, we have a variance, and we have an amount. So this is the amount of whatever effect we want to put on the stop box. So we can click on this, boom, we have a bunch of effects here. And then down here, we also have a finisher effects, which adds more effects. So you have regular effects, and then you have ambient effects as well. And over here, you have control of width and focus. Down here, you have different controls. So these are going to control the phrases played. So this is basically going to play the phrase of the guitar or the groove. You have more options down here. You get different play modes from chords to notes. You can go open chords or you can go, key or anything like that. So you can choose the key and which you want to use. So whether it's C, C minor, so on and so forth. So I made a little sample beat as always. I use Sparkle 2 in a couple different instances of this beat. So I use it here as kind of like an intro guitar and then a different guitar here. The beat is not all the way mixed down as always, but let's go. All right, guys, so that's the little sample beat that I put together for you guys today. Let's go ahead and hop back into Sparkle and check it out a little more in depth. So I have only one instance of the melody queued up right now, or basically soloed, and it's this one right here. So the cool thing about most Ujam instruments or plugins is that they allow you to use the player or the instrument. So when you look down here at the bottom, you have the option between the player and the instrument. Instrument is just going to be single notes, so it's going to be kind of like one shots, where player is going to be like grooves and melodies actually built in. So if I push down one button, so right here, if I push down the C4 button, it's going to give me a rhythm or a groove. And then I can play up the notes. And then it's going to play the notes that are in correlation to with the key and the chord, if that makes sense. So I can change to different phrases. And it's going to change the way that it sounds because it's going to make it a different groove, if that makes sense. So down here is going to go through the different play styles. So when I change this, these different style phrases are going to sound different. So and if I go to a different style phrase and I click on the same note, so that's pretty cool. And then right here, all these common phrases are going to be common phrases. All these phrases or grooves are going to play no matter what style you pick right here, if that makes sense. So if I push this button down and I go to a different play style, it's still going to play the same thing. But let's go ahead and click on one of these play styles over here. And so that's pretty cool. So I already have a melody that's kind of painted out. So that's what's playing here in the background, just so that you know. And I'll show you guys real quick. I already have notes painted in, and that's what it's playing. So as you can see here, these are the notes that are playing. I'm just playing one chord, but it's playing all these notes for you. So let's go ahead and click back into Sparkle 2, and let's go ahead and check out some of the presets up here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through some of the presets on the player mode, and then I'm also gonna go through some of the presets on the instrument mode for you as well, so you can hear what those sound like. So let's just go ahead and click this. When we click this preset, what this is going to do is this is going to change everything. So this is gonna change all the sounds, it's gonna change all the effects, it's gonna change everything that's going on in the plugin. So let's go ahead and go to Moving Blanket. So as you can see there, it's got some pretty nice sounding tones and some good guitars in the plugin for you. I'm gonna go ahead and mess with some of these controls real quick before we go into the single instrument mode. So let's go ahead and hop on over here into some of these characteristic things and some of this amping and see what it sounds like. So as you can hear, we can get all kinds of different tones really quick with this thing. So we can change the stomp box too as well. We can change this to something else. Let's go ahead and change it to chorus. You know, and we can keep changing. We got a finisher control down here, so we can go ambient or we can go effects. Let's just go ahead and go effects, and we're gonna hit this British tone and see what it sounds like. So some super crazy tones there. All right, guys. So I do want to make sure that I do mention that Sparkle 2 is currently $99.99. If you do have a version of Sparkle 1, you can cross grade for only $49.99. And if you have any other version of any Ujam virtual guitar player, any virtual guitar player, you can cross grade for $79.99 right now, which you can't beat that. So what I want to do now is I kind of want to focus on just the instrument player for just a couple moments and let you hear how it plays when you're programming in single notes or playing with the MIDI controller or something like that. So I made another sample beat as always. This one I just use Sparkle 2. I kind of paint in some notes here and then I paint in some notes here and just use it. I'm just going to play this real quick and then we'll go through the instrument player. Let's go. All right, guys, so that's the second little sample beat I put together for you guys today. Let's go ahead and hop back into Ujam again, and let's go ahead and just mute this first track and kind of check out just the instrument player by itself. So as we check it out here, this is basically what this melody sounded like with the notes that I painted in. So pretty solid. And again, with this, you can do all the same stuff. So you can mess with the bite, the twang, all that other stuff, and change the way that it sounds. Let's go ahead and throw some lo-fi on here for just a moment. And you can hear just like that, you can change the sound of the guitar so easily. So let's go ahead and mess with this manual wah. And then we still have the finisher effects down here that we can mess with. So we can mess with all kinds of stuff down here. Let's go ahead and hit this remix reverb. Just fire, just different sounds and tones. I mean, I can't stress that enough. Super solid. So I'm gonna go ahead and play a few more presets for you so you can hear what they sound like. So I went ahead and changed it up to a different pattern so you guys can hear what it sounds like on a different pattern. It sounds like this. So I'll go ahead and play a few rock presets for you guys as well, because I know you guys want to hear that. They say that this is good for pop, indie, funk, rock, electric, but I feel like, you know, like with anything, you can use a tool for anything as long as, you know, you have some creativity and you can put your creativity to it. So this is what it sounds like with a different pattern on some rock presets. All right, guys, so that's basically the plugin for you guys today. What are my thoughts on Sparkle 2? Well, my honest opinions are I do think that it is a very solid little guitar plugin. You can get some grooves, you can get some melodies, you can get some solid guitar tones out of this thing. Those would definitely be my pros. My cons would just be the price. 99 bucks I feel like is a good price for the plugin to always be. So I would recommend grabbing it for that sale price. I do feel like the 149 might be a little much, but Ujam does make solid stuff, and that's typically the pricing on a lot of their stuff. I would definitely recommend this to anybody who is looking for any kind of guitar. Again, like I said earlier, they say it's for certain genres, but I feel like we can get our trap, our lo-fi, or our boom bap on with this guitar as well. So make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. All right, guys and gals, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so every time a new video comes out, you can be the first to know. Let me know what tutorials you want to see next in the comments, and see you next time.
Some, hit the key.